Hi there, I'm going to be doing something a little different for this video. I'm not going to be playing the whole map. I just want to play the first few minutes or so until the first spore wave, since that's what seems to throw most people off. Hopefully it'll be a quick video, but I might have to save and reload a few times because this is a pretty tricky start. I'm going to be using only collectors here at first because you don't really have time to invest in reactors before that first wave of spores. And of course you want to start off building one collector at a time for efficiency. Once you start seeing a surplus energy up here, that means you want to build more than one at a time, otherwise you're wasting energy. You always want to keep it as close to zero as possible without going over or under, if at all possible. Now I do want to make sure I have some spare energy when this nullifier goes into phase 2 because it will start draining energy at that point and you don't want it to run into a deficit. Now you got to be really careful with this mortar here. You want to make sure he's firing at the lower tier down there. If he's only firing at the top level, then he's not really doing a lot of damage. After a few shots, you want to move him to the power zone to really get some efficiency out of him. Obviously, it's not sustainable down there, but he can at least thin things out a bit. Ooh, look at this. I've been wasting a lot of energy, so I'm going to start building a beam to use some of that up. Hopefully I haven't already wasted too much. I'm going to go on and build some redundancy collectors too, because runners are going to start firing at them eventually, which is going to be a problem if I'm not ready. Now you want to get your mortar on this power zone for as long as possible before the spores fire, because that's going to make things a bit safer for you when you put the beams on there. Cutting things a little close here, I may have wasted too much energy earlier. We'll see how it turns out. Alright, this is where things really start getting fun. You're going to want to juggle these three beams around on top of the power zone so that there's always one with ammo on there. Otherwise, if you just leave one on there, it's going to run out and become useless. Alright, looks like that's it. The first wave of spores is done. Now at this point you can disable the resupply on them to save some energy because you're going to want to start building some actual reactors so that you can get a little bit ahead for the next wave of them. Because before long you're going to have to start reacting to these runners plus more creeper coming from the south. And of course you want to have this mortar on the power zone between waves too to keep the creeper at bay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how you get past the first wave of spores here.